What's hard becomes easy, and what's easy becomes hard. If something's easy, run away, because that means that you're easily replaced. But if something's hard, that requires a massive skill set, that requires professionalism. But then it just becomes easy because it becomes nature to you. It's second nature. It just becomes who you are. So my advice to all individuals is stick to what's hard, because then it's going to become easy. I own a business out in Canada, and I've been owning it for over 10 years now. Before I got involved in direct sales, I was actually a mechanical engineer. So I had 2 mechanical engineering degrees, minor in math, a minor in physics, and I was pursuing my master's in business. And that's when I decided to go into the direct sales approach. When I was done after all of my engineering, I come from a whole family of doctors, attorneys, lawyers, real estate agents, nurses. And so when I told my family I was going into direct sales and face-to-face marketing, they were asking me why I went to school for 7 years to go into that. But then honestly, once I started, that's when I realized that all the engineering, I was done with it, and I was gonna pursue the rest of my life into sales and direct marketing. True story. Was there a time that I thought about quitting? Absolutely. Business is very challenging because it's all about being an entrepreneur, and it's all about pushing through those negatives. And a year and a half ago, I was dealing with a very serious negative that happened in my life, personal. My mother passed away, and it was it was a tough time on everything on what was going on. And especially me moving 5,000 kilometers away, I was at a tough point. But I've always remembered that good times don't last and bad times don't last. And the goal is to push through those bad times, through those negative times very quick, and to prolong the good times. So even though it was a very, very challenging time, the business wasn't doing well, personally wasn't doing well, I was able to push through that. How I was able to separate the personal negative from my business was, once again, I've always just been a firm believer that good times don't last forever and the bad times don't last forever. So even though the bad time was very tough and very challenging, I knew I just had to stick to the problem, work the problem, and get through the problem. So essentially just worked through the problem. Another big way that I was able to handle a very big negative was my business partners, were the people that were all around me, the networking. So when I was attacking the negative, I wasn't doing it alone. And that's one of the big things that I felt, was that when I was dealing with my negative, when I was dealing with the problem, I wasn't handling alone. And it was very cool, because when I came back out to British Columbia, everyone that I was working with really stepped it up, and it was the vacuum effect. And so they're able to fill the void and to fill the gap. And I was able to just to come back. So it was very nice having the support system. How business has changed my life outside of work. Well, I was able to buy my 3rd performance car. So I have 3 performance cars in 2 different cities. I own 2 penthouse condos, one out in downtown Toronto, one out in Vancouver. Very excited. I'm big into the watches and the cars. I love it. I love driving through the mountain roads. I've traveled, I just broke 100,000 kilometers, nautical kilometers this year alone, and we're only in July. So I was able to travel to 31 different cities now. And something really big that's happening in 90 days from today is I'm getting married in a castle. So it's actually the biggest castle in Canada. So I'm able to give my future wife the princess wedding that she deserves. So that's a fun one for me. 325,000 square foot castle. That's literally a museum. It's the biggest castle in Canada. So it's like, it's bougie. Like if you ever say Casa Loma in Canada, people know it's just to step foot in there. It's a big deal. So yeah, it's kind of, I'm excited. So I've had a few of the, I can't believe this is actually happening and that this is my lifestyle that I'm living now moment. One of them is, as a child growing up, I was always big into cars. And the cars that were, on the photographs and on the posters above my bed are now the actual cars that are in my parking spots. So that was kind of a cool, feeling of saying, these are the cars that I was, dreaming about are now the cars that I'm driving. So that was that was one of my first aha, like this is, wow, we're really there. And I think one of my other ones was, yes, absolutely getting married in a castle is something that I wasn't expecting that, let's put it that way. So there was you know, I wasn't expecting that one. There's one key word that I live by, that I swear by, and that's consistency. So you have to consistently be the first one to the office, consistently the last one there. Your hours of operation, it does take a lot more on the beginning end, but you get all that back in the back end. And so if once you can start refining your personal consistency and be consistently consistent with how you're running your meetings, how you're managing the people, the conversations that you're having, your critical conversations. Once you can start mastering your consistency, that's when everything just starts flowing. It just starts becoming a lot easier. It's like what we've always been told. What's hard becomes easy, and what's easy becomes hard. If something's easy, run away, because that means that you're easily replaced. But if something's hard, that requires a massive skill set. That requires professionalism. But then it just becomes easy because it becomes nature to you. It's second nature. It just becomes who you are. So my advice to all individuals is stick to what's hard, because then it's going to become easy. Something that people get wrong always about what I do is, it's great when they see my life and they see my lifestyle and they see on who I am, and they ask me the question, they go, "What do you do?" And I look at them dead in the eye and I say, "I go door to door for a living." And the shock on their face is so entertaining. And then I break down on how I don't just go door to door. It's not just myself. It's where I'm training individuals on how to go out there. A lot of people that would say that sales doesn't pay well, or our line of industry doesn't pay well. Anything that involves a commission, such as a doctor, an attorney, lawyer, day trader, Bitcoin, whatever it is, something that involves that skill set, they're going to be the highest paid out of anyone. Our line of industry, where we get to go out there and determine our own paycheck, I don't know about you, but I trust one person on this planet, and it's this guy right here.